Was Bertrand Russell's Socialism Utopian or Pragmatic? Have you ever wondered how one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century viewed socialism? Bertrand Russell's approach to socialism is a fascinating topic that blends practical ideas with social reform. His perspective can be seen as pragmatic rather than utopian, which is quite interesting in the context of his time. Russell believed that socialism was essential to address the growing concentration of power in private ownership of production. He argued for social control over economic resources to help reduce inequality and oppression. This viewpoint reflects a moderate and critical stance on socialist ideas, steering clear of purely visionary concepts. While he appreciated some anarchist ideas, particularly those of Peter Kropotkin, he found them too idealistic for immediate application. Russell viewed anarchism as an ultimate goal for society but not as a practical system to implement in the near term. This recognition shows his understanding of the complexities involved in governance and social organization. Russell was also critical of state socialism, especially the bureaucratic concentration of power seen in the Soviet model. His visit to the Soviet Union left him unimpressed with Bolshevism, which he found stifling and overly focused on utilitarianism. He felt that this model lacked appreciation for essential human impulses like love and beauty. However, he did acknowledge the Russian Revolution's role in inspiring hope for a future realization of communism, indicating a balanced stance rather than blind idealism. His socialism was grounded in a broader philosophical and ethical framework. Russell opposed all forms of concentrated power, whether military, governmental, religious, or economic. He sought a socialism that avoided authoritarianism while respecting individual freedoms. One of the key aspects of his pragmatic approach was his support for guild socialism. This model emphasized workers' control through democratic councils that represented both producers and consumers. It reflected his belief in a workable system of social democracy rather than a distant utopian dream. In summary, Russell's socialism was pragmatic because it recognized the necessity of social control over production to prevent exploitation. He rejected extreme anarchism and authoritarian state socialism as impractical or dangerous. He advocated for democratic forms of socialism that balanced individual freedom with social responsibility. Russell critically engaged with existing socialist experiments, praising their goals while warning against their flaws. He emphasized gradual social reform and realistic political strategies over idealistic fantasies. So, when considering whether Bertrand Russell's socialism was utopian or pragmatic, it is clear that his approach leaned towards pragmatism, aiming for achievable improvements in social justice and equality while respecting human complexity and democratic values.